Welcome back once again, everybody, to Nox Asian Recipes. Today, she's making her best homemade curry puffs. This is a very typical snack food in Southeast Asia all over. And Nox is going to start out with some chili powder and curry powder, as well as some garlic and shallots, red onion that she has cut up, and she has curry leaves. You can use either fresh or dried, whichever you can get. And for the filling also, she's using today potatoes and green peas. So first, Nox is going to combine her chili powder and the curry powder, and then she adds a little bit of water to make it into a paste. This will make it easier to get it mixed throughout your filling when you're cooking. So in her wok, she's got a little bit of oil. To start to make the filling, she's going to begin with her onions and shallots. And you'll notice she doesn't really cook them on high heat because she doesn't really want to brown them up, just get the aroma coming out, just sort of crystallize and get the flavors working together first. Then next, she's added her onion to the mix and also the curry leaves and her combination chili powder, curry powder paste. Mix it all together. She'll have to add a little bit of water to this and start to cook it together until she gets the texture that she wants. Then she'll add her potatoes. Need to add a little bit more water to cook the potatoes until they're soft. Nox has added a little bit of salt and now a little bit of brown sugar to the mix. Stir it up, continue cooking. She'll cover it for a while and let it cook on low heat so that the potatoes become soft. And then she's just going to get the texture she needs. The filling for the curry puffs needs to be a little thick. If the curry puff filling is too watery, it'll be very hard to form the curry puff and it'll come out when you're cooking it. So now she's going to go and start to prepare her pastry shells. She's added about 4 or 5 tablespoons of oil and a couple of big spoonfuls of margarine. She's going to melt the margarine into the oil. And then she'll leave that hot while she adds 2 cups of all-purpose flour, wheat flour, and about a half a cup of rice flour. This makes the pastry shell a little bit crunchier. So she's ready to make her dough for the pastry shells, and she'll add little by little the hot oil margarine mix to the flour. Okay, she's combined the oil and the flour, washed her hands, very important step. And she's adding cold water from the refrigerator, which will make the pastry shell crispier when it's fried up. And she'll add her water little by little, work the dough with her hand until it's no longer sticking to the bowl. And then she's going to set it aside for about 15 or 20 minutes and let it rest. Okay, ready to go. So you can see this dough, how soft it is, but it's not sticking to anything. And then she'll pinch off a ball, roll it up in her hand. Her goal here is to roll it out to about a millimeter and a half thick, and have a piece that's probably about 3.5 inches across, 7-8 centimeters across. And now she'll get a pretty good spoonful of her delicious filling inside there, and then she'll start to form it into a curry puff, which really is reminiscent of an Indian samosa, Portuguese empanada. All of these cultures have combined in Southeast Asia and Malaysia. So she folds it together, and then what she's going to do is crimp it in this fashion with her finger, which will help it to stick together and also makes it look beautiful. You can buy these all over the place. It's very common street food. But Nox likes to make her own because then you get more filling and better filling. Okay, let's look at that one more time. So that's perfect. Oh, by the way, if you wanted to remove the curry leaves from your filling, you could do that, but we just eat them. All right, when she's got a bunch of them, she's going to actually freeze part of it. They freeze really nicely. And when she starts to fry the ones that we're going to eat now, you can notice the oil is not that hot, just hot enough to start them frying up because she doesn't want to burn them and she wants to cook them throughout the middle as well as get them brown and crispy. There's the effect from the puff. You could see the pastry shell dough puffing up and bubbling. Then when they're ready, nicely browned, cooked the way through, just serve them up on a plate of lettuce with some tomato if you like, or eat them any way you like. You can use a dipping sauce, but they're already a little bit spicy inside. So we hope that you enjoyed this. We hope you'll try it at home. It's wonderful snack food. You can get very creative with the fillings. And we hope to see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bon appetit.